Hey guys, welcome to Work Your Light. My name is Patricia and welcome to today's transmission slash guidance. um, I had the idea, I don't know if it was an idea, an epiphany, guidance, I don't know, but it came like a visual. And okay, it was a guidance. It was a guidance. So that maybe you guys have seen before, I'm working with the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck, which I really appreciate. And first of all, I would like to pull a card in order to set the tone, what is what they say, and I saw 44, so stable foundation, well, fits. Setting the tone for this transmission and kind of using it as a guidance in order to bring us through these energies. Okay. I've been shuffling this deck up front, so I'm just going to pull a card. We have the card of coherence, which is number 13 when we are breaking it down. It is a 4, which is talking about a stable foundation. So I would like to read it out for you. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. And they remind me of something. I have been doing the Capricorn reading, and there was a message that was coming through, and it was about remembering. And so I've been telling Capricorn that what is the most important right now is to remember who you are in your core, who you are in your essence. And I was saying that we are actually not talking about now like your character, your purpose, the way how you are, the way how you communicate and all of this. No, we're talking about your core essence. What is it that makes you? Okay, what is it that is okay there? Yeah, what is it that is bringing up your life force? And they are guiding me towards a thought that I had today. It was about the expansion of the universe in connection with the thermodynamics. To be honest, I don't really know anything about thermodynamics, but I've been reading this article about thermodynamics on Wikipedia, and I directly got visuals and chills, and I was like, well, that reminds me pretty much of my feeling how the universe expands, and this is our free will. Okay, our free will is what leads to the expansion of multiverses, universe, multiverses, exactly. So this is actually in the end what you are. It is like your free will is, it's not exactly like what you are, but this is what is like pushing you forward, pushing you towards what it is that you are dreaming of, what it is that you are creating in your mind space in the first. It is what is pushing you out of your comfort zone in order to get there. And the thing is that I've been using this equivalent of chaos in order, which is, I believe, one of the Hermetic principles. And I do absolutely believe that our free will is the chaos, which is needed. Everything always needs to come into balance. If there is, this is thermodynamics. This is what I'm talking about. So maybe there's someone of you who knows pretty much about thermodynamics and could leave some sort of comment in the comment section. I would be very interested about like your approach or your opinion about this this connection topic wise. And this is also, by the way, how we gain weight. Um, that was just a fun joke, but in fact, it is what it is. So, coherence. Harmonizing the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind. So, when we're talking about free will and we're talking about the frequency of the mind, first of all, what is, as I would label as an automatism, because that's the only way how I can right now express what I feel about this. Is that we are always striving, always deep down inside of ourselves. We are always striving for higher frequencies. Okay, so you will always experience your life being pushed to the forefront of your comfort zone. You will always have this experience, but the point is that the more your frequency is rising, the more you will find yourself being in the observer position and not so much more in the midst of darkness. And that's absolutely something that is inevitable. Growth, expansion is inevitable. That's why we are many. We are kind of, it's like in a flipper game, you know, this flipper game. Like, imagine this ball being energy, high vibration energy, and you're pushing it to another person, and this pushes to another person the ball. And you know, that's actually the point, that we have an influence on each other, and we are all different. Our free will be expressed in a different way. And I don't know why I was saying this. So exactly, the frequency of the heart and the frequency of the mind. So the frequency of the heart in this case, I do absolutely perceive it to be this force. It is not your literal heart. It is what is connected with it. Because we are perfectly built, and everything in our body has its purpose, not only on a physical level, but also on a vibrational level. So when this heart space starts to expand frequency wise, it will absolutely catapult your mind space or your external reality, because it's about perception also, to the forefront of your comfort zone. Absolutely. And then it is again about training this muscle, training the muscle of being in this space, training the muscle of being in this frequency. That's what you're doing right now. You're training your muscles. You're more aware of the fact that you are more your heart than your mind. And that is absolutely what you are going to experience throughout this evolution, throughout your growth. Because what is inevitable is growth. And you will always be pushed to the forefront of your comfort zone. And there will always be times of resting, because even a flower has its cycles of growth. It's about the microcosm and the macrocosm. As within, so without, and as above, so below. So, what is important right now? For you, it is important to practice the frequency of happiness, because this is how your heart space adapts to the frequency, which will then have an impact on your mind space. And you know that body, mind, and soul needs to sing the same song. So when your perception about something changes, your actions are also going to change. Many of you may perceive yourself being in situations and acting completely different than in a almost similar situation that you've been in years before. Wow, that's now very fast, like wow. So be aware of this change. Be aware of this change. Watch. It is about reliving situations that you have been in before, but you have been in a different frequency. You're completely different. Your perception is also different. That's why we talk about the notion of coherence. Knowing that your heart space changed, knowing that your vibration has changed, being aware of it, being aware of the fact that you are now way more in the observer position than ever before. Okay. Anything else? Is there anything more that needs to be said? Yes or no? Queen of Wands. Yes. So use your new one perception, your new one energy to your benefit, and be the witness of your changes, of what you are now equipped with. You will find yourself in situations where you have never been expecting acting in that way, where you have never been expecting that you will be so reflected. Use joy. Use joy for yourself in order to raise your frequency. Be happy. Practice the frequency of happiness. Anything else? Yes or no? No. We are ending this transmission with the Four of Swords. In this case, the Four of Swords is, because I'm being very much guided towards that, we are talking here about swords. It is not simply about resting and rejuvenating, it is about the why. And the why is that when we are in the Queen of Wands and in the Five of Wands, okay, which is very fiery, very active, masculine energy in combination, because the Queen of Wands on itself is simply talking about creativity, internal, feminine, joyful, abundant, grounded energy. Okay? The Five of Wands in this case are talking about the action part. So the message here, absolutely guys, for you is show yourself. Show yourself. You've been training enough. If you resonate with this, show yourself you have been training enough. Allow yourself to take this next step. And it's interesting because they're reminding me of a reading of, what's her name? Jane Tarot. I forgot her, but she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Absolutely. I really love the way how she reads cards. It's amazing. It's amazing. Jane International. That's her name. She's amazing. Absolutely. So in this case, um, it is about after you've been stepping out of your comfort zone, always coming back into your sacred space and rest. Ground yourself. And be very aware of the things that you are accomplishing throughout the day, because we are in a time of instant manifestations. And most of the time, they are just little manifestations. Manifestations that are not exactly, and that's what I'm getting right now. Manifestations that are not exactly what you have been expecting them to be, but they are in fact manifestations because they are offering opportunities for you to step in. It is a door that you need to open, but you need to be aware of the fact that that's the door, that is yours. That's why we are asking you to get into the state of happiness, because your perception is going to totally change due to your vibration has been risen. In these moments, this energetic momentum that you are creating, you will be able to perceive every blessing that you are pulling in, that is offering itself in your physical reality. That is very beautiful. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. Wonderful. Great, guys. Anything else that I should be saying, yes or no? Okay. So, last message for you. Ground yourself. Very important. Thank you so much for being here. I highly appreciate all of you. I'm wishing you a blessed week. Yeah. Stay grounded. Namaste.